COP29 Global Climate Action Summit, Youth Empowerment, Innovation-Driven, and Co-Creating a Sustainable Future. The COP29 Summit highlighted youth empowerment, innovation, and global collaboration in driving sustainable climate solutions. On November 19, 2024, the International Carbon Neutrality Industry Research Institute successfully co-hosted the COP29 Global Climate Action Summit at the Arctic Pavilion, D17, in the Blue Zone in Baku, Azerbaijan. The summit, themed Empowering Youth, Promoting Equality, Driving Innovation, brought together experts, youth representatives, policymakers, and industry leaders from China and around the world. Discussions focused on key issues in global climate action, highlighting China's significant contributions and experiences. Opening remarks, collaboration and youth empowerment. The opening remarks highlighted the importance of collaboration, innovation, and youth empowerment from different perspectives. Dr. Zhong Jian, Vice President of the Institute of Climate Change and Sustainable Development at Tsinghua University and Deputy Secretary General of the Global Alliance of Universities on Climate, emphasized China's pivotal role in global climate governance. Despite challenges in multilateral climate cooperation, the Paris Agreement provides a stable framework. He noted that China is a global leader in green energy technology innovation and investment, driving international cooperation and technology transfer to help developing countries tackle the climate crisis. He highlighted the Global Alliance of Universities on Climate led by Tsinghua University, which brings together 15 universities from different countries to focus on areas such as carbon capture and storage, renewable energy technology, and interdisciplinary education programs. These efforts have built academic networks worldwide, fostering youth and women's participation in climate governance. He stated, multilateral cooperation and diversity are the foundations for achieving climate goals. We must listen to the voices of young people and those from diverse cultural backgrounds to develop pragmatic solutions together. Professor Amr Hamouda, Vice Chair of IOC UNESCO, highlighted the importance of climate justice, youth empowerment, and innovation. He discussed initiatives such as the China-Africa Marine Science and Blue Economy Cooperation Center, which provides technical training and capacity building for African youth, enhancing their role in marine ecosystem protection. Professor Hamouda stressed that climate action must include financial and technological support for developing countries, enabling a fair transition. He noted, youth are at the heart of climate solutions. Education and financial support are critical to nurturing the next generation of leaders in the fight against climate change. Ms. Avia Mariani, Climate Pact Ambassador for the European Commission and member of the European Innovation Council jury, focused on the theme of innovation in her remarks. She called for stronger collaboration and cross-sector partnerships to accelerate energy and ecological transformation. Citing the European Climate Pact as an example, she explained how it mobilizes citizens and youth to take voluntary actions that drive low-carbon transitions. Innovation cannot happen without deep collaboration. And without global partnerships, energy and ecological transitions are impossible, she emphasized. She also urged nations to rethink economic models and adopt value-driven approaches to address climate challenges with urgency. Liu Zihao, a youth representative from China and a member of the International Carbon Neutrality Industry Research Institute, shared his personal journey in climate action. Passionate about combining technology with nature, he has worked on projects like bio-inspired robotics. His intelligent sound-wave lion fencing system has been applied in wildlife conservation to reduce human-animal conflicts. Liu called for stronger international youth collaboration, particularly in education and technology transfer. His documentary A Coexistence and Harmony, A Journey Towards Sustainability, added emotional depth to the summit. The film showcased communities and conservationists in Kenya working tirelessly to protect natural heritage. As Liu summarized in the documentary, every piece of land holds deep connections between its people and the environment. These efforts remind us that protecting the earth is not only a responsibility but a shared mission. Keynote speech, From Education to Technology, Driving Climate Action Through Innovation. Youth delegate Liang Jiawei delivered a keynote speech titled, Bridging the Climate Education Gap. He showcased China's profound influence in the field of climate education, reflecting on his exchange experiences at Harvard and addressing the global gaps in climate education systems. He emphasized, knowledge and practice must go hand in hand. The challenges of climate change transcend borders, and our education methods must evolve to bridge gaps across regions and cultures. He proposed policy recommendations for governments to implement climate education measures, such as requiring schools to organize at least one science and practice activity per semester. He also advocated for transparent disclosures of education spending and a strengthened curriculum system for climate education in schools to promote broader societal awareness. Liang concluded, education is the key to solving problems and unlocking innovation potential. In the future, I hope to see more young Chinese leaders join global youth pioneers in tackling climate challenges together. Mr. Zhong Jian emphasized the dual role of global climate governance and higher education. He noted that China's efforts in energy transformation demonstrate not only technical strength, but also systematic policymaking. For example, China's investments in the global clean energy sector account for nearly 40%, and it supports low-carbon development in many developing countries through technology exports and cooperative projects. He stressed that universities and research institutions are critical drivers of technological innovation, with breakthroughs such as new energy storage materials and zero-carbon fuels playing an essential role in achieving global net zero targets. Dr. Zhong called for a more open and diverse global cooperation network, bringing together research teams from various countries and cultural backgrounds to advance innovation and technology transfer. Panel discussions, multidimensional climate solutions. Dr. Xu Tong, a CENRG Fellow at the University of Cambridge and UK Executive Director of the Zero Carbon Committee of the Western Returned Scholars Association, focused on from energy innovation to public engagement. He highlighted the importance of empowering communities through technology to localize green transformation efforts. He shared examples of youth programs like Cam Youth and Huanji Your Camp that nurture the next generation of leaders committed to achieving 30 to 60 carbon peak and carbon neutrality climate goals. Dr. El Garaboui, National Institute of Oceanography and Fisheries, NIOF, Egypt, delivered a comprehensive keynote on Africa's role in global climate action, with a focus on youth development and technological innovation. She outlined the development of the Africa Ocean Decade Roadmap, which prioritizes climate adaptation, marine sustainability, and capacity building for young scientists. Dr. El Garaboui shared how Egypt's National Institute of Oceanography and Fisheries provides cutting-edge training opportunities for African youth, equipping them to lead climate innovation. She called for increased international support for Africa's technical and capacity-building efforts. Ms. Avia Mariani, Climate Pact Ambassador for the European Commission, elaborated on the core values of the European Climate Pact and shared examples of technological innovation in climate action. She emphasized that current clean energy technologies are mature, but effective international collaboration and resource allocation remain crucial. She cited the potential of regional cooperation, such as North African countries supplying clean energy to Europe via undersea cables. She urged a more inclusive and collaborative approach to climate governance to meet the Paris Agreement goals. Professor Elise Brayton-Buckle, President and CEO, Climate Bridges, co-founder, SHE Changes Climate and SHE Builds Bridges, former executive member, Municipal Government of Nyon, Switzerland, Senior Advisor on Climate and Nature-Based Solutions, United Nations, explored the theme of inclusive collaboration and diversity in climate diplomacy. Drawing from her extensive experience in international climate negotiations, she stressed the importance of listening to diverse voices in crafting sustainable solutions. The success of climate diplomacy depends on overcoming divisions, North and South, cultural and gender, and acting as one human family, she said. Elise also highlighted the critical role of women and youth in climate leadership, urging society to provide more platforms for their participation. Ms. Mariam Majidova, international trainer and facilitator, gender and youth consultant, founder of Gender Hub Azerbaijan, focused on integrating these themes into climate action strategies. She shared examples from Azerbaijan's Gender Hub initiatives, which empower women and youth through education, technology, and community engagement. Mariam emphasized that achieving gender equality and inclusive participation is essential for sustainable development. Documentary screening, Coexistence and Harmony. The screening of Coexistence and Harmony by Liu Zihao added an emotional dimension to the summit. The film showcased the tireless efforts of conservationists and communities in Kenya to protect ecosystems. As the documentary concluded, it reminded viewers, every piece of land holds a deep connection between people and nature. Through the combined efforts of guardians and communities, Kenya's ecological diversity thrives, underscoring humanity's shared responsibility to protect the Earth's natural heritage. Summit outcomes. the summit provided actionable pathways for global climate cooperation. Through scientific research, policy coordination, and cross-sector collaboration, participants unanimously agreed that openness and inclusiveness are essential to achieving the goals of the Paris Agreement.